At the beginning of training, Asher, as you can see, high energy, lots of fun, jumping around, right? He was bouncy to the point where it was a problem, where he'd hip check you, he'd shoulder check you. If he's not getting enough attention or animation out of you, he'd grab on a little bit with his mouth and his teeth. Touching his body, if you touched him, he'd wiggle and he would shake and he'd press into you and he'd move and then he'd jump. And you know, it was like really hard to be able to handle those situations. Even things putting on his collar and things like that. On a walk, he would use his power, his strength. Really, he was just interested in the world. He didn't have the ability when we started to settle down. He didn't have the ability to focus on one thing for more than a nanosecond, right? He'd focus on one thing, but and then he would be on to something else. So he's always moving. As we went into our training, what we're able to do with him is we are able to get him to calm himself down, to sit still next to us. You know, we're able to focus on being able to get him to develop his ability to pay attention to us. And because of that, we're able to communicate with him. Instead of him just being darting off with no impulse control, he's starting to develop that impulse control. And then finally, helping him to adapt that state of calm as a habitual behavior, as a habitual state of how to be. That's a monumental task. And that's some of the reasons why this dog was really as difficult as he is. You'll see me start in one way, adjust, start to change some methods. You'll see me start to work on different techniques, bring some things in and eliminate other things, which is something I don't have to do with most dogs. Most dogs from the go, bang, this is what we need to do. We do it, bang, no problem. But with this guy, he required adjustment. So I hope you enjoy this series. It's gonna be, what do we call it? A tour de force. It's gonna be a journey. We're gonna start in the beginning and we're gonna work our way through. So here we go. Good morning, world. This is Asher. Asher's with us for 10 days of board and train. He's gonna do 5 this week and 5 next week. Asher is here because his owners, first of all, he's a Doberman, clearly. Where'd he go? And he is about a year old. And he's here, you know, to help with his pulling on the leash, jumping on people, listening around distractions. It's like basically all the adolescent dog stuff. Listening around distractions. He also will not calm down. I hear. There's a jump. Whoa, look at him. Whoa, whoa. There he goes. Oh. So that's Asher. That's what he looks like. Whoa. Nell, come take a record this. Yo. Quickly, Nell, quickly. Excellent. Here. So he's jumping here and he's grabbing a little bit, right, with his teeth. I have to block my nose, because nothing's worse than getting. So this is the energy we're talking about, and this is the jumping up, I guess, we're talking about too. Yeah. So he'll be with us. I'll take him out later to do some training with him. Obviously, I'm gonna do something now. Good. So I'll take him out later to do that. I'm also gonna walk him a little bit, see how his walking skills are. Although I expect that he will be pulling on the leash and he will be reactive to other dogs, because if his energy is always like this, that is just asking for that. All right, guys, until next time, enjoy your day, enjoy your time. So Asher is a unique case. He's a dog that pushed me in a lot of ways to my limit. He's one of the more difficult dogs I've worked with. Asher is a Doberman. As many of you know, I have a Doberman, right? First of all, they're very loyal to their owners, right? They want to work with us in some sense. They have a really strong sense of self, meaning that although they're working with you, they never really give up their own will. I will say this is true for many dogs, you know? The thing about Asher that makes him more of a challenge are some of those things. Right? He's a strong dog. He's very athletic. He is willing to work with you, but he also has a very strong sense of self, you know, where he's looking for things that he's also interested in. He moves at a much faster rate than we do. So really we have to be thinking ahead of him as we're working with them, and that makes things a little bit tricky. Okay, so as I already said, you know, he's a high energy dog, and I kind of have an idea in my mind what he's gonna look like when he's on the sidewalk. So here we go, check it out, this is what he looks like.
Good. Whoa. Good. 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 Oh. Yep. So this is Asher. Let's go. Let's go. It's our first walk. We can see what this is like. Let's go, buddy. Oh. So that's what he's like on the walk. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. There's a jogger coming down the street here. It's gonna be my first person. Maybe he'll see before they get here. Yeah, he just wants to go where he wants to go here. Yeah. All right. There's our jogger. Boy. So we're not gonna walk a full walk here. We're not gonna do an hour because he's pulling too much for that. And I don't want him to hurt himself. He's not gonna hurt me because I have a good grip. I wanna make sure that I hold like this. You know, I'm using my drop down grip. I could reinforce it with my second hand, and I could also try to keep the leash close to my body. If I do that, now he has to pull my body weight. Once it's touching me, he has to pull my whole body weight. So we're not gonna go for too long like this because once again, I don't want him to hurt himself. But this is not fun to walk, and that's part of his problem, is that he doesn't get enough walking. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Oh. Let's go. Oh, there's a little doggy there. Can see his echoes are up. All right, well, I'm gonna let this go now. All right, guys, until later, take it easy.
When I first met Asher, when we were doing our consultation, I only really got to meet him and do a consultation with him for about an hour, right? He looked in that hour like a regular high energy dog. But as I start to get to know him, I started to realize he's not only high energy, but he's kind of scatterbrained, right? So he's like looking everywhere for everything at all times. And with that kind of energy and that kind of power and that kind of scatterbrained, it makes it a really hard, difficult dog to train. Another thing that makes him difficult is his early life and his habits. He wasn't asked to calm down a lot. From when he was a young pup, he wasn't asked to chill out. He doesn't know the difference between being inside and being outside and modulating his energy level in each situation. He does not have an off switch at this point. So teaching him how to calm down is another thing that we have to work on. He doesn't know how. And then helping him to enjoy that state of calm. That's the ultimate goal with him. And that's a difficult thing to do with the dog. Asher! All right. So he's a very bouncy dog, very energetic dog. Of course, he is looking at Frank, who is a little bit in a different position. So he's a little bit nervous, but this is the energy he gives all the time. He wants to bounce, he wants to jump. Good boy. It took him about 2 days before he stopped jumping on me. Good. Good job. So what have we been doing? What are we gonna be working on? Basically, it's general manners, and it's also the ability to manage energy. That's what we're really working on with him, teaching him. He's like this indoors as well as outdoors. So teaching him like how to be different in both situations. Outdoors, it's more okay for him to run around, to be playful, but indoors, we can't have a dog this size just running like this inside, right? So we have to teach him how to manage his energy, which he doesn't know how to do very well. The first few days, of course, we're just trying to make friends with him and get some bonding done. That's the main thing that we're doing on the first couple days. So building bond, one of the ways to build bond is to do something that another person enjoys. In this case, the person is Asher, and he enjoys playing tug-of-war with a dirty toy and pulling his mouth on it and pulling it, and trying to win the toy from me. So Tug is a way that I can bond with the dog. Another thing about Tug is that it starts us to be able to enforce rules, to make rules, to give structure while the dog is in an energetic state of mind. You ready? You ready? Ooh, look what I got. Huh? Huh? So we're playing Tug here. This will get his mind off Frank, as you can see. The idea of tug-of-war is that the toy never jumps in the dog's mouth. We're always playing keep away. Take. I also want to be careful not to jackknife the dog, right? I don't want him to jackknife. Maybe Frank will put a little clip in of a truck jackknifing, because that will kind of explain what I mean. Good boy. I want to make sure he's committed to this game. He already has gotten better. I win. I win. He's already gotten better, but you can see there, oh, such a big boy. But you can see there, good job, that as soon as I put my hand on his face, he let go. Good boy. Good job. Good. I win. You're so slow. You're so slow. Whoa. Ready? Ready? Take. There you go. There you go. And because he lets go when I use my hand, I want to use it a lot till he stops letting go. That's going to be building up commitment in the activity. I need as much commitment from him as I could get. I'm also, at the same time, putting value in our relationship by using this tug. In the beginning, the purpose of the game is to win the toy. So I don't tell him a lot to let go of it in the beginning. I try to win it like I did. I win. Whoa. Hey. Hey. No. Good. Right there, he touched my arm. A little excitement. You can see immediate demeanor change from me, where I stand more firmly and I look him right in the eye and tell him, no, do not touch me with your mouth, right? That's not cool. Good. Ready? Ready? Let's go. Let's go. And then we go right back to fun. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh, I win. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Look at you. You're fast. You're fast. I don't really love him pulling on the handle. So I'm gonna stop that from happening if I can, real quick. By just taking it out of his mouth. Woo, 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 take. Woo, there you go. There you go. All right. When the game is over, which it just about is, because it's hard to play for too long with an 80-pound dog, what I do is I end it. So, enough. Hey, enough. Good. That means game over. Good boy. You can see I don't hide the toy. I just stop play. We stop play. Good. Hey, another problem I'm having with him is putting on his training tool. You guys will see here, the first time I put this on, I think Frank has that clip. He really wanted to wrestle.
All right. Oh boy, he's strong. So this is what it is in the beginning. It's a little bit hard. Right, he's fighting already.
My focus always is not to use a lot of strength. That's always my focus. But with him, he requires more strength at this stage. I have already been working on fixing that and changing that. We'll see how it goes. Handful of food. On it goes. And that is way better, you guys. Good job. Good job, little fella. I love this tool for him. His owners, when they dropped him off, he had a prong collar on him, which this Asher was completely ignoring. And he had a bungee leash with it, which is not advised. When you use a prong training collar, you want to have a fixed leash. I always like fixed leash a little bit better than any other kind of leash. So you definitely want to have a fixed leash. All right, we're gonna go out and start to do a little bit of communication work on the driveway. Okay, so this is a little weird because I'm sitting here shooting this video right now, knowing how the story ends, basically. So on this path, we have had some twists and some turns. If you remember right in the very beginning, I'm like, Asher is gonna be with me for 10 days. That changed. He ended up staying with me for 20 days instead of 10 days. In the beginning, I was just focused on just teaching him. You know, I thought his attention level, his ability to pay attention to me would be fine, and I'll just be able to just go straight in, basically teaching him a language. But as I'm working with him and as I'm learning from him, I'm seeing that he needs something different. He needs to actually learn how to calm down. He actually needs to learn how to pay attention. That's what I have to teach him in order to be able to help him and help his owner to be able to navigate the world. He needs to be able to pay attention to his person. This tug video that you see here where we're playing tug, and a few other things as you will see as we go forward here, I'm not gonna do those as much with him anymore because he already knows how to be excited. And I need to bring down his energy so that way I can teach him how to focus. At this point, you can't teach a dog like this anything, you know? So it's a little different. For the next little bit, we're gonna be slowing him down. That's what it is. In the next episode, we're gonna see us preparing Asher to be able to go for a walk. You're gonna see some of the methods, the techniques, the things I do in order to be able to influence his state of mind, influence his energy level, so that way when we get out on the sidewalk, we're gonna have a good walk. But of course, there's always some drama. In this case, I think it was 2 dogs out on the sidewalk, out on the street, off leash, with owners yelling at their dog, trying to get their attention, trying to get them to do what they're supposed to. While at the same time, I have Asher on the leash, who's, you know, he's Asher. He's in the coffee, he's in the sugar. So definitely check out the next videos. And in between now and then, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. And until next time, enjoy your dog.